Hello everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. This is another 5-star predictions video and I'm super excited to talk about all of the books that are on this list. These are books that I have been dying to read for so long and I just think they're gonna blow my mind. I might be wrong, hopefully not. I had a lot of fun with the last 5-star predictions video that I did. I will link that up there for you, as well as the video I put up a couple of weeks ago where I told you if they were 5 stars or not, and it was really interesting actually to see how my expectations of those books played out, and it was interesting to see whether I did give them 5 stars or not. So I am very excited but also a little bit nervous because I want all of these books that I'm going to talk about today to be 5 stars, and hopefully half of them will be. I don't know how many books I have. I think it's 8 or 9 books, but hopefully this video won't be too long. I'm just going to get straight into it. Here we go. So one of the first books that I want to talk about is coming out pretty recently actually. It might be out by the time this video goes up. I know it comes out at the end of January, and that is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. So last year I listened to the audiobook for The Hate U Give, which was my first Angie Thomas novel, and I really enjoyed it. It was absolutely incredible. One of the best books that I have read in 2020 and probably one of the best YA books that I have read ever. I really recommend that you go and read it because it is an education in itself. But Concrete Rose follows a character from The Hate U Give called Maverick Carter, and it's set 17 years before the events of The Hate U Give, and it just follows Maverick Carter's life and you get to see a little bit more about him. He was a really interesting character and I really liked him in The Hate U Give, and I did want to know more about him, so I'm so fucking excited for this book. It is unreal, and I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I'm hopefully going to be squeezing it in towards the end of January, start of February, because I'm just so eager to know more about Maverick Carter and Garden Heights. I'm so invested in this world that Angie Thomas has created, and I love everything about her writing. She writes families and their dynamics so well, and she really knows how to tug at your heartstrings and make you feel things you probably wouldn't expect to feel from reading a young adult novel. It's true, when I read young adult these days, I don't really get that emotional anymore, but with The Hate U Give, I definitely did. So I have high expectations for this one, and I know a lot of people are really excited for it as well. So I can't wait to get my hands on this. I'm probably going to go down the audiobook route for this one because I really enjoyed listening to The Hate U Give on audiobook, and I thought the narrator of that book did a fantastic job. I hope she narrates this one as well, but it's not going to be too much of an issue if she doesn't. I am just really looking forward to this one. I can't wait, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it once I read it. Another book that I want to mention very quickly, which is a book that I did have a physical copy of, but I ordered it in the wrong language. It came to me in Polish, and that was my mistake, not the seller's, so I had to send it back. Is Red, White and Royal Blue, and I struggle with that title all the time because it is a bit of a tongue twister. But this one's been out for a while actually, and I know a lot of people absolutely adore this book. This is a book centered around a male-male romance, and I think it's about a Prince of England and the President of America's son, and they develop a bit of a relationship. I think it starts off as a friendship, which then develops into a romantic relationship. I don't really know too much about it other than that, but just because I've heard so many amazing things about this book, I've been wanting to read it for quite a while, and I was hoping to read it last year, but like I said, because I ordered it in Polish, I had to send it back. I got a refund for it and I ended up buying the ebook for it, so I have it good to go. I probably will get to it in February, maybe March, I'm not sure yet, but it is high on my list of books that I am prioritising because like I said, I've heard amazing things about it. People have had nothing but good things to say about it. Yeah, I have a lot of expectations for this one. I need a romance that is going to make me feel warm and fluffy on the inside, and just something about this book is telling me that it's going to do that for me, so we'll see how that one goes. So another book that I am expecting to make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside is Birthday by Meredith Russo. So this book has been on my radar for quite a while actually, and I've had this book since about May, June last year, and I never got around to it because it just didn't fit in with a lot of the reading plans that I had going on in 2020. But I'm excited for this one because it centres around two best friends who were born on the same day in the same place at the same time. And it's told over a period of 6 years, and the story is told on their birthday every 6 years. So we only see them on their birthdays, and we kind of see how their relationship with each other develops over time. But this is also a book about self-discovery because one of the characters in the story is transgender, and so we're seeing how this character comes to terms with the fact that they are transgender and how that kind of affects their relationship with their friend as well. I haven't heard a lot about this book. It's not a book that I have seen on BookTube that much. I've only seen it in, I think I've seen it in about 2 videos, I'm not gonna lie. So it's not a book that I think people are aware of, but please let me know if you have read this because I'm interested to hear what people have to say about it. It has got quite good ratings online from what I have seen, so I'm pretty positive that this is going to be a 5-star book for me. I really want to read it very soon, and those sprayed edges are just absolutely stunning. This book in general is just stunning, and hopefully the story is going to be stunning as well. I'm so excited. You're going to be hearing me say the word excited a lot in this video, so I apologise in advance, but it's true. I am. How else can I express that, you know? So moving on to the next book is a book I've talked about a lot already. I'm not going to go on about it too much, but that is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I am full on expecting this to be 5 stars. At the time of filming this, I am currently reading it, and I am 102 pages in. I'm doing a reading vlog on this book, which will be up at the end of January, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I think it's going to be the next video that comes out, so keep your eyes open for that video so you can find out what my thoughts on this book are. But I've just been so excited for this book ever since I knew it was coming out, and it's been my most anticipated book for months, so I'm finally pleased to say that I am reading it, and I am really enjoying what I've read so far. So I'm not going to say any more on this. If you want to hear what it's all about, I can link you to some more videos where I've talked about this book already, or you can wait and watch my reading vlog in a few days time, or you can just go online and Google it. Another book that I have talked about a little bit on my channel this month and in December is Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam. This was one of my most anticipated reads of 2020. Obviously I didn't get around to it. I was bought this for Christmas, and this is, it's a thriller, but I think it's a sci-fi thriller. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I've heard different categorizations of the genre for this book, but it's definitely a thriller, and I know it's got elements of sci-fi in it, and I know it's got elements of horror in it. So that's, you know, 3 of my favourite things all rolled into one. I'm sold already. But this book just sounds so interesting. It's all about these 2 couples, and one of the couples is on holiday. They're on a little bit of a weekend break away from New York, and they're just staying in this little house in the middle of nowhere. Then they get a knock on the door, and it's the second couple, and they inform the first couple that there has been a bit of a communications blackout in New York City, and there's no phone signal, there's no internet, there's no news or anything like that. And the other couple can't get home, so they end up staying with the first couple in this little house, and things get pretty tense, and that's all I really know about it. But this book does kind of discuss things like social class and race, and how the 2 couples are rather different from each other. And I've spoke to a few people that have read this book, and they absolutely fucking loved it. But this story just sounds like it is going to be really intense, and that is something that I love in thrillers. And I'm going to put my neck on the line right now and say that this is going to be 5 stars for me. I won't accept anything else, so hopefully I'm not wrong about that one. Next, we've got Pet Sematary by Stephen King. So I wasn't sure if I was going to read this anytime soon. I kind of thought that I was going to save this for the end of this year, just because that's when I tend to read these kind of books. But I do want to read more Stephen King this year, and I just really, really want to read this one. Of all the Stephen King books that are out there, this is the one that I have been dying to get my hands on for quite some time. And again, it's a book that I've heard amazing things about. It's one of his most popular books, and I've seen quite a few booktubers read and review this book, and they have absolutely loved it and given it 5 stars. So I am just basing this prediction off what they have said. I don't really know anything about it other than that it features a cemetery for your pets. I am nervous to read this, not just because it's a chunky book, but also because, yeah, I have very high hopes for this one. We'll see how we get on, but I'm probably going to read this towards the end of the first third of 2021. That's when I'm planning to read all of these books, by the way, is the first 4 months of this year. I'm probably going to read this towards the end of that third, so maybe April time, I'm not sure, but I will squeeze it in somewhere and I will let you know how I get on with it. But I am just super stoked for this one. I've got some good feelings about this one. It's giving me a lot of really good spooky atmospheric vibes right now, and that is what I need. That is what I love. I can't wait. Alright, so the last 2 books that I want to talk about are Beneath the Sugar Sky and In an Absent Dream by Seanan McGuire. So these are books 3 and 4 in the Wayward Children series. I read Every Heart a Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones last year. Really loved them. I was so surprised by them actually, because I was aware of the series for quite some time, but I never really felt compelled to pick them up because I just didn't think that they were going to be something that I would be interested in. But when I realised that they were dark fantasy, I decided that I was going to read them, and I'm glad I did, because they were the best books that I had read in 2020. Every Heart a Doorway is one of my new all-time favourite books. It was so good, so diverse and so magical and just so interesting and so unique. So please go and read it if you haven't, because it is just absolutely outstanding. And Shauna Maguire is an absolutely incredible writer, and the way she writes these books, it's like a fairy tale, you know? It's just so magical, and there's something so special about her writing style. So I have very high expectations for these ones. I expect them to be both 5-star reads, just because the last ones were as well. What more can I say about them other than that the covers are stunning? Just look at those covers. Absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to take loads of photographs of them. But alright, so those are my 5-star predictions for the first third of 2021, and as I've said, I'm very excited to read all of these, some more than others, but they will get read and we will find out whether they are 5 stars or not. Like I said, I'm hoping at least half of them will be 5 stars, if not all of them. I have good feelings about all of these books. I don't know, but there's just something about these books that are telling me that they are going to absolutely blow my mind. So we'll see how I get on with that, and in the next 4 months you will find out. And I'm very excited to do the video where I tell you if they were 5 stars or not. I really enjoyed the last one. It was really interesting. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now and I'm going to wrap this video up here. Please feel free to let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and if they were 5 stars for you or not. I would love to know. Please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future, as well as the video when you get to find out if they were 5 stars or not. And I will see you all in another video very soon. Bye guys.